Many people think all cooking oils are basically the same, as long as they're vegetable oils. But choose the wrong one, and you may be quietly pushing your heart in the wrong direction every single day. Welcome to the FreshFuel Guide. Cooking oil does more than change flavor. It directly shapes the quality of fat you eat every day. Major heart health organizations recommend prioritizing oils rich in unsaturated fats while limiting saturated and trans fats for better long-term cardiovascular health. In this video, you and Emma will walk through 8 oils worth considering for everyday cooking, along with 3 that are better kept in check to avoid common kitchen mistakes. Number 1. Olive oil helps protect heart health. Olive oil, especially extra virgin, often appears in heart-supportive diets. The American Heart Association suggests replacing saturated and trans fats with unsaturated fats. Olive oil is a prime example. It's rich in monounsaturated fat, mainly oleic acid, which is considered more heart-healthy when replacing saturated fats. Olive oil stands out for its fat profile and natural phenolic compounds, especially in extra virgin varieties. Harvard Health notes extra virgin olive oil contains more polyphenols than refined olive oil. These compounds likely help explain its link to better cardiovascular health. Oleocanthal, for example, is a phenolic compound studied for antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Simply put, olive oil is not just a better fat, it also offers extra biological value that many refined oils lose. To keep this realistic, olive oil is not some miracle ingredient that makes your heart healthy just by switching bottles. Its value is in improving meal fat quality, especially when used instead of butter, animal fat, or sauces rich in saturated fat. As for cooking, the fear of heating olive oil is often exaggerated. The American Heart Association says olive oil works for everyday cooking. Newer analyses suggest that extra virgin olive oil remains stable at normal cooking temperatures, though using it raw or as a finishing oil better preserves its flavor and polyphenols. If you want to upgrade your kitchen, olive oil is hard to beat as a starting point for heart health. The next oil is even more interesting for everyday cooking because it is more neutral, more versatile, and often easier to use in a busy kitchen: avocado oil. Number 2. Avocado oil stays more stable in cooking. If olive oil is good for heart health, avocado oil is valuable for its versatility in cooking. Avocado oil contains a lot of monounsaturated fat, mainly oleic acid, so its fat profile is similar to olive oil and is more heart-friendly than oils higher in saturated fat. The American Heart Association lists avocado oil as a heart-friendly option when replacing less healthy fats. What makes avocado oil especially useful in the kitchen is its fairly neutral flavor and its ability to withstand higher heat than more delicate oils. This versatility simplifies stir-frying, pan-searing, roasting, and other daily cooking, letting you rely on one oil for many tasks. Harvard Health also notes that when choosing a cooking oil, you should consider not just the fat profile but also the cooking method and level of refinement. In short, avocado oil isn't magically superior. Its value lies in making it easier to consistently choose a better fat when cooking. Product quality isn't always consistent. Some studies report that avocado oil is sometimes adulterated or doesn't match its label. If you use avocado oil often, choose trusted, well-verified brands instead of relying on a healthy label. The appeal of avocado oil isn't in its trendy image. It's a practical option for cooking at various temperatures while improving the nutrition of your meals. Now, let's look at a more common and budget-friendly oil, one with more controversy than it deserves: canola oil. Number 3. Canola oil helps create a better fat balance. If olive oil stands out for its strong scientific base and avocado oil earns points for versatility, then canola oil has a very practical strength of its own: a well-balanced fat profile that works easily in everyday cooking. According to Harvard Nutrition Source, Canola oil is generally considered a healthy oil because it is very low in saturated fat, while also providing a high amount of monounsaturated fat and some plant-based omega-3 ALA. The American Heart Association also lists canola among the non-tropical vegetable oils that are better for heart health when used in place of butter, animal fat, or other fats higher in saturated fat. What makes canola oil useful in the kitchen is its fairly neutral flavor, which makes it work well for stir-frying, roasting, pan cooking, and baking without overpowering the main ingredients. Harvard Health also notes that canola oil contains phytosterols, plant compounds that resemble cholesterol structurally and may help support cholesterol control in the diet. Some research reviews also suggest that replacing saturated fat with canola oil may shift blood lipid profiles in a more favorable direction. In other words, canola oil does not deserve to be treated like a villain simply because it is a seed oil. Its real value is that it helps replace a less favorable fat source with a more balanced one while remaining easy to use in daily cooking. One more point is worth keeping clear, because many people worry about it: refining. Harvard Nutrition Source explains that refined canola oil is typically produced through several processing steps, which may include hexane during extraction. But the residue left in the finished oil is very low, and canola oil is still generally regarded as safe for use. If you feel more comfortable with a less refined option, cold-pressed canola oil may be worth considering. What matters here is this: canola oil is not perfect, but it is a fairly sensible choice if you want an oil that is neutral, easy to cook with, lower in saturated fat, and better aligned with a more heart-supportive eating pattern. And the next oil takes us in a very different direction, not one you should heat, but one that stands out for its plant-based omega-3 content. Number 4. Flaxseed oil provides plant-based omega-3s. While olive, avocado, and canola oils are praised for their versatility in cooking, flaxseed oil stands out as a top plant source of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. USDA data show 1 tablespoon of cold-pressed flaxseed oil contains about 7.258 grams of ALA, a substantial amount. If your goal is to increase plant-based omega-3s, the American Heart Association notes ALA is found in certain plant oils such as flaxseed, canola, and soybean oil, while Harvard identifies flaxseed oil as among the richest plant food sources of ALA. The key point is that ALA differs from EPA and DHA in fatty fish, so flaxseed oil should not be presented as a full substitute for marine omega-3s. Harvard notes that while the body can convert ALA into EPA and DHA, this conversion is limited. This does not lessen flaxseed oil's value, rather, it should be described accurately as an excellent plant-based omega-3 source, useful for those seeking higher quality fats in a plant-forward diet, but not a fish oil replacement. Mayo Clinic also notes flaxseed and flaxseed oil are rich in ALA, and that omega-3 fats support heart health. The most important thing about flaxseed oil is how you use it, because it is rich in polyunsaturated. The key point about flaxseed oil is that it must be used with care. It thrives in cool preparations like salad dressings, not in hot cooking. Its specific value is helping you add ALA after cooking, not as an all-purpose oil. If your goal is to smartly boost plant-based omega-3s, use unheated flaxseed oil. The next oil follows this idea. It's also rich in ALA but stands out for its bold flavor and unique culinary role: walnut oil. Number 5. Walnut oil supports heart health and brain function. If flaxseed oil stands out for its very high ALA plant omega-3 content, then walnut oil earns attention for providing ALA while offering a richer, more flavorful taste. Harvard Health places walnut oil alongside flaxseed oil among oils rich in alpha-linolenic acid. And Mayo Clinic Health System also notes that walnut oil contains heart-healthy omega-3s. That makes walnut oil a worthwhile option if you want to increase polyunsaturated fats in a way that better supports cardiovascular health. What makes this more interesting is that ALA is not discussed only in the context of the heart. Harvard also notes that walnuts and walnut oil are rich in ALA. While health guidance from both Harvard and Mayo Clinic Health System highlights that eating patterns richer in omega-3 fats and better vascular health are linked to benefits for brain function. Put more clearly, this matters for the brain because the brain depends heavily on a healthy circulatory system for a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients. That is why walnut oil is more than just a flavorful finishing oil for salad. It is also a sensible fat choice if you want your diet to move in a more heart and brain supportive direction. The main limitation of walnut oil is that it is not suitable for high heat cooking. Mayo Clinic Health System notes that walnut oil has a short shelf life. So it is best to buy small bottles, store them in the refrigerator, and use the oil for salad dressings, cold dishes, or after cooking rather than for frying or sautéing. What matters here is this: walnut oil is not a do-everything kitchen oil. But it is a very worthwhile option if you want to add ALA in a more flavorful and refined way. With that in mind, let's turn to our next oil, one that's much more familiar in many Asian kitchens. With a bolder personality and a flavor that leaves a more obvious mark on the dish: sesame oil. Number 6. Sesame oil adds antioxidant value and flavor depth. If walnut oil stands out because of ALA and a rich nutty taste, then sesame oil earns attention for a different kind of strength. It adds depth to food while also carrying bioactive plant compounds worth noticing. Sesame oil contains a high proportion of unsaturated fats and lignans, such as sesamin and sesamol, compounds often discussed in relation to its antioxidant potential. Recent reviews note that sesame oil and its characteristic compounds are associated with beneficial effects on oxidative stress, inflammation, and certain cardiovascular risk factors across different research settings. What makes sesame oil especially useful in the kitchen is not just its nutrient profile. Its very distinctive flavor stands out. Even a small amount can change the depth of a dish, especially in stir-fries, noodle dishes, dressings, dipping sauces, and many Asian-style meals. That matters in real life because a good oil only stays in rotation when it makes food more enjoyable, not just when it looks good on a nutrition chart. In other words, sesame oil is not a neutral oil like canola or avocado oil. It is the kind of oil you reach for when you want both culinary impact and nutritional value in the same dish. Sesame oil is also generally considered more suitable for cooking than extremely heat-sensitive oils, such as flaxseed or walnut oil, though that does not mean it should be your automatic choice for every deep-fried dish. What matters here is this: sesame oil is not the oil for every situation, but it is a very worthwhile option when you want meals to become more flavorful while still reaping the benefits of unsaturated fats and naturally occurring antioxidant compounds. And the next oil moves into something less praised online but still very common in modern kitchens: sunflower oil. Number 7. Sunflower oil works well for higher heat cooking. After sesame oil, sunflower oil is worth paying attention to. It offers a useful balance between practical cooking performance and fat quality. In general, sunflower oil is rich in unsaturated fats and lower in saturated fat than many traditional solid fats. Sunflower oils higher in oleic acid, and thus omega-9, are usually more stable for higher heat cooking. This makes them better suited to pan-searing, roasting, or stir-frying. Sunflower oil is a fairly easy oil to use in kitchens that need something neutral, mild in flavor, and less likely to overpower the main ingredients. What adds to its value is that sunflower oil also provides vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant. This nutrient helps protect cell membranes against oxidative stress. Harvard Health also notes that when choosing a cooking oil, it is not only the fat ratio that matters. The oil's degree of refinement, its stability during cooking, and its compatibility with the cooking method are important, too. In other words, sunflower oil is not the best oil for everything. It is, however, A very practical option if you want something mild, easy to use, and better suited to hotter cooking situations than highly heat-sensitive oils. What matters is choosing good quality sunflower oil and treating it as part of a smarter fat strategy. This does not mean it is permission to deep fry everything without limits. In simple terms, sunflower oil is valuable because it gives you a flexible option for a hotter kitchen. It also helps you keep the quality of your meal's fat moving in a better direction. The next part turns to the final oil in the recommended group. One that is often underestimated but still appears in many modern kitchens: grapeseed oil. Number 8. Grapeseed oil is versatile but best used in moderation. The final oil in the recommended group is grapeseed oil, a familiar choice in many kitchens, often pushed to extremes, either overly praised or quickly dismissed. Its main strength is its light, neutral flavor, making it easy to use in a variety of dishes. High in polyunsaturated fat, especially linoleic acid, and a source of vitamin E, grapeseed oil is not the simplistic, bad oil some claim it is. When substituted for higher saturated fats, it remains a reasonable everyday option. Grapeseed oil is especially practical for those who want a neutral oil. It doesn't impart a strong aroma or overwhelm dishes, which is why it's used in salad dressings, roasted vegetables, light pan cooking, and recipes needing neutrality. For many, this matters, since not every health-supportive oil suits every cooking style. Grapeseed oil improves the quality of fats in meals without noticeably altering flavor. At the same time, stay realistic. Grapeseed oil isn't ideal for every dish. Since it's higher in omega-6 than omega-3, use it as one option in rotation rather than the main kitchen staple. Grapeseed oil works well when you need a light, flexible oil, but shines most when used as part of a balanced fat strategy. If you want more tips for choosing foods that support heart health and meal quality, subscribe and follow FreshFuel Guide for upcoming videos. And don't leave yet, the ultimate health hack next combines all 8 oils into one rule and covers the 3 oils you should limit to avoid common mistakes. After everything, the most important thing to remember is this: the best cooking oil is not the one that sounds the fanciest, but the one that helps you improve the quality of the fat in everyday meals in the most sustainable way. Of today's 8 oils, olive oil, avocado oil, and canola oil stand out as practical and heart-healthy. Flaxseed oil and walnut oil offer something different through plant-based omega-3. But they work better in cold dishes or added after cooking. Sesame oil, sunflower oil, and grapeseed oil also have their place when used for the right purpose, in the right amount, without being treated like miracles. Current heart health guidance continues to emphasize choosing more unsaturated fats in place of saturated fat to support long-term health. So if you want to choose cooking oils more intelligently starting today, remember 3 simple rules. First, favor oils richer in unsaturated fats instead of butter, animal fat, or other fats higher in saturated fat. Second, do not choose an oil just because it is trendy. Match it to the cooking method. If an oil is best for cold dishes, do not use it for frying if it handles higher heat better. That still does not mean unlimited frying is a smart idea. Third, do not rely on one single oil for everything, because real value comes from rotation, balance, and long-term consistency. That is how a kitchen moves in a better direction for heart health without turning everyday cooking into a chemistry test nobody asked to take. Limit 3 oils. Do not make coconut oil or palm oil your main kitchen oils. They have more saturated fat than better options. Avoid partially hydrogenated oils, which contain artificial trans fats that raise LDL cholesterol and increase heart risk. The American Heart Association urges minimizing industrial trans fats. Simplify. Use unsaturated oils often. Be cautious with saturated fat-rich oils, and avoid industrial trans fats. If you found this video helpful, please share it with others who may benefit. Which of the 8 oils do you use most often? Comment below, and I'll read and reply to your questions. Thanks for watching. Wishing you strong health and smarter cooking every day.